Lil Durk's life took a major turn when new members involved in the OTF case started revealing information. It was soon announced that Lil Durk's name appeared in a recently unsealed document tied to a Chicago homicide, where he's allegedly connected to the death of Stephon Mack. The belief is that Mack was targeted as an act of revenge for the murder of Lil Durk's brother D-Thang on January 27, 2022. While Durk hasn't been officially charged yet, his name appears in the unsealed files ahead of his detention hearing. There's strong evidence suggesting that charges may be coming soon. Court documents also reveal an Instagram story from Durk that honors D-Thang, along with another post where Durk is seen laughing, which adds to the ongoing investigation.
Right. Hey, somebody always said, slap a con. Somebody always said, slap a con. Lil Con who died over, yeah. What goofy said that? He said, bro, like a cheese.
If someone asks me for a shout out about their jewelry, I'd make sure to do it, no problem. But unfortunately for Lil Durk, his situation keeps getting worse. His day-to-day life in jail has become more difficult after he was moved to a new section with terrible living conditions, which is similar to what YNW Melly went through. Charleston White, for instance, believes that people like them shouldn't have access to a comfortable life behind bars. The new details about Lil Durk's case were confirmed when it was revealed that two members involved in the murder of Stephon Mack had vanished from prison records just as the feds began investigating Lil Durk in connection with Lil PB's death. Now we understand why they disappeared. Durk is facing a tough battle, with many people turning against him and snitching to escape responsibility for the crimes. Even DJ Academics shared text messages from the person hired to take revenge for D-Thang, where someone asked, "Why are you with Durk and them? Did Durk give you that money?" This essentially confirms that Durk may have paid the man who killed Stephon Mack. This is just the start of the mounting evidence against Lil Durk. OTF Jam has also been instrumental in gathering evidence for the Lil PB case. He pointed out lyrics in Durk's songs that seem to tie directly to the crimes. For example, one lyric mentions, "Look on the news and see your son screaming no, which mirrors Quando Rondo's reaction to Lil PB's death." Jam also showed another lyric that could bring a new rapper into the investigation, as Durk rapped about knowing the location of a target, possibly referring to Brick Baby's statement where he claimed he would have revealed Quando Rondo's location if Durk had asked.
Like a cheeseburger. Ain't nothing cheesy over here, stupid little boy. This is real water. Y'all jewels be y'all over for real. Hey, I know what it be too, bud. What's that? Like everybody be having that cheese, you know? Y'all be doing shout outs, man. You gotta know your jewelry, like.
With Lil Durk's lyrics now playing a major role in the case, it highlights a harsh reality: these rappers aren't immune to the consequences of what they rap about. Many believe they can speak freely in their music, but when their words directly link to real-life crimes, those lyrics can be used against them. And it's not just about the lyrics, there's a lot more evidence stacking up. OTF Jam provided the prosecutors with footage showing King Von with 3 of the suspects involved in the murder of Lil PB. The suspects, Vonnie D and Boogie, knew King Von personally, which likely meant they also knew Lil Durk. This connection could have played a role in planning the hit. The situation gets even more complicated for Durk, as it was reported that the feds believe he may have paid to have 2 people taken out. One was Stephon Mack, who was believed to be responsible for the death of Durk's brother D-Thang. The second was OTF Jam's baby mom, who tragically passed after it was discovered she had been wearing a wire. The feds suspect that OTF Jam holds the key to exposing Durk's involvement in these crimes.
I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated when you done chose to play.
Lil Durk is facing jail time for all 3 of these crimes, but with Jam having so much information on Durk, members of OTF went back through old Instagram lives featuring Durk and Jam. They noticed that Jam seemed to be touching his jacket a lot during the live streams, leading them to suspect he might have been wearing a wire. There was a time when Durk openly discussed certain events, saying, "I ain't gonna lie, man, when I was growing up, I remember what happened to D, all that whooping and getting at it," but knowing Lil Durk, he wasn't about to let Jam snitch on him. It was later reported that OTF Jam was found by other members of OTF, which only added to the growing tension and suspicion surrounding his loyalty.
Then there's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address. Oh, look, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. I'm 9 times.
Jam was reportedly hiding out in a house outside of Atlanta, with sources claiming that he faced punishment for snitching on Lil Durk. A photo of the place where Jam was staying was even released, but since the news broke, Jam has remained silent. Meanwhile, rapper Brick Baby publicly accused Durk of being responsible for Lil PB's death in an old interview. He pointed out that you can no longer say Durk never took action for King Von because of what happened to Lil PB. The case now involves 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Lil Durk's OTF, who are accused of being hired to kill Quando Rondo during an incident in LA. The suspects are facing severe penalties if convicted, with the indictment stating that their flights and rental cars were paid for with credit cards linked to OTF. There's speculation that this was an attempted hit, with some suggesting that things escalated because of the involvement of people close to FBG Cash and federal charges in California. The case is still unfolding, but it's clear that it's much more than just a music-related incident. There's a deeper and more dangerous connection between the events. There's been a lot of talk lately, especially about the rumors surrounding Voney possibly snitching on Lil Durk. It was reported that Durk found out his co-defendant, OTF Voney, who is also King Von's cousin, filed for protective custody when they appeared in court together this week. This caught the attention of Durk's best friend, Bezu, who reacted on IG Live saying, "I don't know what's going on, but them people in them courtrooms, man, for real, for real. Don't be spreading false accusations. Why y'all don't even know what's going on? Why y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and acting all weird? First, why all throw the Jam rumors out there? Now, why all talking about Voney snitching? Why all don't even really know what's happening for real? My kids, why all just be running with stuff, and that's why I don't get involved in anything illegal. Why all be trying to get people locked up?"
9 times out of 10, had he had to ask me, I probably would have been coke if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd up it.
When DJ Academic spoke about Voney potentially snitching, it sparked a lot of confusion. People were taken aback when they saw the headline Lil Durk found out his co-defendant, OTF Voney, King Von's cousin, filed for protective custody when they came to court. The headline sounded so wild that it had to be questioned. Academics himself said, "This is why we have streams like this, to clear things up. I'm not here to attack anyone or spread rumors, and I don't claim to be perfect, but I always try to be accurate. I never speak out of malice. That's why we pull up the paperwork and break things down, so everyone can understand what's really going on." A lot of times the headline grabs attention, but the real story is often more complicated. It turned out that Durk, knowing Voney hadn't snitched, made a phone call to a street friend to confirm that Voney wasn't seeking protective custody, clearing up the confusion. It was clarified that neither Voney nor Durk were seeking protective custody, despite what the caption suggested. Durk himself made it clear with a phone call saying, "Just got off the phone with my brother Durk. He's in good spirits, staying positive, and focusing on getting back home to his kids and family. We're not out here glorifying negativity. We're more than just street guys, we're men of honor. And we live by the code, no matter our financial status. My bro hit the main line with the rest of our kind, no protective custody. This call is from a federal prison. Say what I said," he added. I know, but if you need anything, you know I got you." Durk's message was clear. No matter the circumstances, they don't move in a way that would compromise their integrity. Even when asked about the conditions in protective custody, Durk emphasized that they've always operated by their own set of principles. DJ Academics later commented on how making that phone call might not have been the best move, saying, "With all due respect, whoever 900BR bar BR is, the guy's fighting for his life, and going public with that conversation might have been the worst thing he could have done." It's possible that Durk made the decision to
where they believe he was wearing a wire due to him constantly touching his jacket.
I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, like back in the day. Oh my! Oh dang! Like back in the day.
to address the public, but the way it came out might not have been ideal. Some people feel it was a poor choice to release that phone call, especially since it wasn't the most controlled way for Durk to communicate with the world. If he wanted to make a statement, it might have been better to just put it out there and end it. The back and forth conversation just doesn't sit right, even if the intention behind it was good. On a more serious note, Lil Durk has been facing some difficulties inside the prison system. It's been reported that he's been targeted by other inmates, possibly due to his high-profile status and the perceived value that comes with being connected to him. There's speculation that Quando Rondo or those close to him might be seeking revenge against Durk. This tension may have been a factor in the sudden transfer of Lil Durk to a different prison, with sources saying the move was prompted by escalating issues within his cell block. Being a well-known figure in the music world seems to have made him a target, and now he's dealing with the consequences of that. Both Lil Tim and Quando Rondo have expressed their thoughts on the ongoing tension with Lil Durk, especially after the tragic events involving King Von. Lil Tim, reflecting on his actions that night, admitted that he was just trying to protect his brother. He said, "I was just protecting my little brother. If
check on your man, I heard you got his head.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey, when I was growing up, I
What happened to Dare?
architect.
What happened to who?
What happened to Dare?
School trying to stop down.
All that whooping on the net, it got your man
Metro!
hit. Metro!
Von hadn't done that dumb thing last night, he'd still be alive. That's how I felt. But I'm not the type to disrespect anyone, especially not his mom. I could have easily gone the clout-chasing route. But I'm not about that. I'm humble. If things had gone differently, it would have never happened. Quando Rondo echoed similar sentiments but focused on how Durk's actions had affected the people around him. He said Durk threw away his family and friends for this. Whoever's on my side, they got kids and a mama who loved them. All this drama we're talking about is stupid. It could have been handled differently. Even in a way that could have led to a song and millions of dollars, it didn't have to go down like this. It could have been resolved through music in a legit way. Both Rondo and Tim see the whole situation as senseless, emphasizing how things could have been approached from a more peaceful or productive angle.